And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to tonight's coverage of the National Acrobatics dual meet. The Limestone Saints and the Presbyterian College Blue Hose. Limestone enters tonight's meet ranked the number 6 team in the country, while Presbyterian College comes in ranked number 14 as we get underway with our compulsory events. Up first is the Acro event, as you see out there on the mat right now. For the Limestone Saints, 8 competitors. You see number 9, Casey Keir, number 1, Riley Rossman, number 37, Alex Long, number 12, Breanne Popejoy, as well as Haley Fox, Cameron King, Genesis Carson, and Morgan Bramble. And the Saints with a nice start to tonight's meet. Up next will be the home team, Presbyterian College Blue Hose. Again, the compulsory events. It's the only event in which both teams actually perform the exact same skills. The compulsory skills are considered to be the building blocks for collegiate acrobatics and tumbling. They serve as a foundation for teams to build on when selecting optional skills for other events. As we take a look there at the Limestone coach, that is Coach Michaela Soper, as she's assisted by Joniah Hill. And her team with a nice start to tonight's meet. Working on the synchronization of their moves, solid catches, 3-second holds. All these things are the things that judges look for in the compulsory events. Again, we like to highlight the strength, the balance, and the timing. And those are kind of the areas that we're looking for, especially the judges here early in these events. Up first was the Acro for Limestone. Coming up next, we'll have the Acro for the home team, Blue Hose. And to take the mat for Presbyterian College in the first event, we'll have Madeline Johnson, Sierra Carter, Robin Beeman, Amira Boyd, Ashlyn Gitway, Anna Ruiz, Caroline Holter, and Maddie Watkins. As they'll be all set to take the mat here in just a moment. And the compulsory events, each event you can get up to a possible 10 points. Of course, the point mark is set before the teams take the mat, and then depending on how well they do and how difficult that their set is, depends, of course, on their score. We have 3 officials here on the panel. As all NCATA regular season meets have 3 officials. We have a head official as well as 2 execution officials down there keeping tally of the score. So Presbyterian all set now for their first event here in the Acro. And solid landing there for the Blue Hose, and a good start for them as well here tonight. I'm Alex Smith bringing you the action here. We're coming to you live from the Templeton Center here in Clinton, South Carolina. These 2 teams both ranked in the top 20 in the country. Strong hold right there by the Blue Hose. And looks like a clean landing as well in both parts. So Presbyterian a solid start here. As they try and knock off the Limestone Saints here at home. And the home crowd loving that. Presbyterian, a nice job there in the Acro event to get this one started as well. We'll have some scoring updates coming to you a little bit later, as these 2 teams now finished with the Acro in the compulsory events. Up next, we will have the Pyramid. As you get a look there at the Presbyterian coach, Kara Christian. Got to be proud of the way her team has started this one off. So up next we have the Pyramid. And the Pyramid, again, up to 10 points for each team in each of these 4 events to get going in the compulsory. Limestone will be taking the mat here momentarily. And on the mat for the Saints will be Genesis Carson, Morgan Bramble, Gabrielle Carter, Haley Allen, Haley Fox, Savannah Venters, Kat Coker, Cameron King, Sam Mursky, Anna Waring, Avery Kepke, and Janiah Brown.
Saints will be all set for their pyramid.
Next we have the compulsory pyramid heat. First up in the
As this
compulsory
event will
pyramid,
showcase the
building
diverse skill
blocks.
set of the Saints. Now they are out on the mat. And all set to go here in the compulsory pyramid. Nice timing so far for the Saints. Strong base on both sides. Little to no movement, so a good start here for the Saints. Clean catches. And Limestone, a nice job out there on the pyramid. Still to come here in the compulsory, we've got the toss and the tumbling events coming up in just a moment. Presbyterian will take the mat here for their pyramid. And ready to get out there for Presbyterian College will be Madeline Johnson, Maya Cunningham, Maya Reyes, Robin Beeman, Maddie Watkins, Shayla Snow, Annie Blakely, Anna Ruiz, Kylie Iwanaga, Caroline Holter, Amira Boyd, Sierra Carter, and McKenna Watt. Early in tonight's action, don't forget we will have several more events. We've got the pyramid coming up for Presbyterian. We'll have the toss for both teams as well as tumbling here in the compulsory. Then we will get into our Acro events, and we'll have 3 different heats in the Acro coming up. And then we'll also have 3 heats in the pyramid. That'll take us up into halftime. And then once we are done in the second half, we'll have all the tumbling events, the duo, the trio, the quad, the aerial, as well as team events coming up a little bit later in our broadcast. So the Blue Hose now out on the mat, and we'll see how they look here in the pyramid. So Presbyterian all set. Both teams again doing the same routines, the same skill set here in the compulsory. This is all about safety, making sure everybody knows what they're doing. These are the fundamentals of acrobatics and tumbling, and a nice job there by the Blue Hose as they hustle off the mat. Good start for both these teams. We'll see if the judges agree. We'll take a look at the replay here in just a moment. Presbyterian College right there, you can see the timing on point, the extension of the legs, the hold, and a clean catch on both sides, and a strong finish for the Blue Hose. So we've made it through the compulsory Acro as well as the pyramid. Up next, we've got the toss coming your way. And it'll be the Limestone Saints headed back out on the mat. For them, it'll be Sam Mursky, Janiyah Brown, Brianne Popejoy, Destiny McDonald, Ariel Beat, Savannah Venters, Cameron King, Anna Waring, Casey Keir, Genesis Carson, and Susanna Balderstone will be the competitors out on the mat for the Saints. So Limestone in the midst of a great run here for their Acro and tumbling team. Number 6 in the country. So in the toss, each team, again, will have 10 athletes out on the mat. They'll complete 2 synchronized tosses. The officials in this event will be looking for synchronization between the base structure as well as the tops, and the correct body positioning from the tops as they complete the skill. Looking for tight catches from the bases on the finish. And a nice high toss. And a great job there by Limestone. Kind of checked all the boxes I just read off that the judges are looking for on that one. So Limestone, the Saints feeling pretty good about themselves at the moment. So we'll take another look at the replay here. When you slow it down, that is a well-timed toss and catch right there by the Saints. Really impressive. Presbyterian will head back out there. Again, officials looking for body positioning, structure, tight catches here in the toss. So the Blue Hose be taking the mat here momentarily and headed out for Presbyterian. We'll have Madeline Johnston, Caroline Holter, Maya Cunningham, Kat Iacobelli, Amira Boyd, Annie Blakely, Sierra Carter, Robin Beeman, Maya Reyes, Maddie Watkins, and McKenna Watt. And the the two groups set for their toss. So far, so good. Clean toss and a clean catch. And the Blue Hose, nice job there in the compulsory toss event. Let's take another look at this one. See a nice dip, getting that momentum. Good flip and a clean catch. Nice job by both teams there in the toss. We'll wrap up the compulsory events with the tumbling. As both teams off to a very nice start here in Clinton, South Carolina. Appreciate everybody tuning in for tonight's coverage of the NCATA dual meet between the Limestone Saints and the Presbyterian College Blue Hose. So in the compulsory tumbling, 8 athletes will perform 4 different sets of synchronized skills. And the judges once again will be looking for synchronization of the athletes as well as execution and technique for each skill. So out on the mat for Limestone, Katarina Wright, Casey Kier, Susanna Balderstone, Breanne Popejoy, Acacia Johnson, Kat Coker, Haley Allen, and Lindsay Bryant. Pretty nice synchronization on the back flip there from the Saints. Nicely done right there, Limestone. And the tumbling now will set for the runs portion of it. Nicely done by the Limestone Saints in their tumbling event here in the compulsory part of tonight's competition. So we'll see what Presbyterian can do to answer that. Again, looking for the different sets of the synchronized skills, synchronization, execution, technique of the skills. As we take a look here on the replay. Nice elevation for all those athletes out there. Those young women have put in the work. So Limestone, pretty clean so far. And Presbyterian will now be taking the mat here in just a moment. Competing in the compulsory tumbling event for the Blue Hose will be Annie Blakely, Maya Reyes, Maddie Watkins, Jaden Haley, Sierra Carter, Robin Beeman, Kat Iacobelli, and Kylie Iwanaga. Presbyterian all set now. Presbyterian again, it is a blackout night here at the Templeton Center. All the fans and parents and coaches and everyone invited to wear their black tonight. They wear their black uniforms, black tops, black trunks, with the crimson letters outlined in white. Limestone, the road team tonight, in their white uniforms with blue numbers and yellow letters, and the blue trunks. As you take a look there, near capacity crowd here tonight in Clinton. Seen several of the athletes from the other sports of these schools have made their way into the arena tonight. cheer on these Acro and Tumbling teams. Some blue hose set for the tumbling portion of their compulsory. Still plenty more action to come your way here tonight on ESPN Plus as we come to you live from Clinton, South Carolina. As the blue hose take the mat. Again, tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Hercules Tires, First Citizens Bank, and Jersey Mike's Subs. And blue hose open with a back flip. Again, the compulsory events, you're going to see a mirror image between these two teams and what they put out there. And blue hose there with a nice job on the back handsprings and the back flips as now they get set for their runs portion out on the mat. Nicely timed on the start and a strong finish for Presbyterian College right there. Great synchronization on that one, if I do say so myself. And both teams feeling good about the compulsory portion of tonight's action. So we'll step aside for a quick commercial break. We'll come back. We'll have the Acro Heat 1 coming your way on the other side. We're coming to you live from Clinton, South Carolina for tonight's dual meet between Limestone and Presbyterian College. We'll be back in a moment right here on ESPN Plus. And welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from Clinton, South Carolina here at the Templeton Center on the beautiful campus of Presbyterian College as we await the scores to be revealed for the compulsory events. The Acro, the pyramid, the toss, and the tumbling. We'll see what the judges had to say as we await on the scores to be revealed. Up next, of course, we'll have our Acro events. And this begins the optional portion of tonight's competition. Each team had to compete skills of varying start values in the opening events. In the Acro events, teams compete in 3 different heats of 5, 6, and 7 elements, each containing different skill requirements. The 6-element heat is synchronized with 2 groups of athletes competing in the same skills. Groups of 2 to 4 athletes will compete in acrobatic lifts and tosses to demonstrate strength, balance, as well as technique from both the bases and the tops. Each heat may score up to a perfect 10 in our next event. As right there you take a look at the opening scores for the compulsory events. A total for Presbyterian of 34.50 and for Limestone a 35.40. So a less than 1 point difference. Let's look there. Limestone took the first 3. Presbyterian responded in the tumbling heat. A 7.8 to a 7.3 to close the gap. And we are caught in a tight one after the compulsory heats are done. So coming up next, again, we'll have the Acro portion of tonight's meet. And starting for Limestone, it'll be 4 athletes to take the mat. It'll be Acacia Johnson, Sam Mursky, Breanne Popejoy, and Alicia Lefkowitz. We'll see right here what Limestone brings to the table. And a nice lift there. Again, each team has 45 seconds for this heat. The teams create their own sequences to meet the heat requirements, and they can select the skills they want to show based on the team's strength. The overall difficulty comes from the connection of the skills in the sequence or the ability to maintain control, continuity, and stability throughout, which the Saints are doing a great job of at the moment. Nice finish there. So the Saints continue their strong start to the night. As we take a look here at the replay, we see some strong body position on the top, stability from the base, and a nice job of maintaining balance in this heat for the Saints. Get those knees locked. Smooth transition into the lift. And a solid landing. And the Saints are feeling good about what they've put out on the mat so far tonight. So up next will be the Presbyterian College Blue Hose. Taking the mat for PC will be Ashlyn Getway, Caroline Holter, Maddie Watkins, and Jaden Haley. Again, this is the 5-element portion of the Acro. 45-second time limit. And we'll see what the Blue Hose have created here for the Acro portion. Nice strong lift there to start. Let's see how they transition. They go into a nice toss and a clean landing. Again, where we are now here in these heats are where we can see the teams change up the routine a little bit. There's the compulsory events, both teams kind of doing the same thing, just who can do it better. Now we've got into some creativity at this portion. And that was a very clean lift and hold right there. And a nice job by the Blue Hose for heat one. Let's take another look at that on the replay screen. Presbyterian feeling good about themselves after that one. Very smooth, very strong. The base was strong. The lifts were clean. The transitions, the tosses. Nice job by the Blue Hose. This most certainly looks like a battle of top 20 teams in the country tonight. So that's Maddie Watkins on top. Nice clean landing. And then on the second lift, that's Ashlyn Getway. Being lifted up by Halter. Nice finish for Presbyterian in the Acro portion of Heat 1. Heat 2 coming up here in just a moment. The Saints will be back out on the mat. And there will be 4 athletes competing for Limestone. It'll be Riley Rossman, Casey Keir, Savannah Venters, and Gabrielle Carter. So we'll see here what the Saints decide to do here. Up to 10 possible points in each heat in the Acro. As we entered this portion of the match with Limestone holding a lead by less than a single point. I expect this one to be tight all the way down to the end. As the judges tally up their scores. Again, tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Hercules Tires. Hercules Tires is the official tire of the Big South Conference. And for over 65 years, they have been providing tires with an unbeatable quality at an unmatched value. Whatever the vehicle and whatever the terrain, Hercules Tires invites you to ride on our strength. For a retailer near you, visit HerculesTires.com. Appreciate everybody tuning in for tonight's coverage of our NCATA dual match between the Limestone Saints and the Presbyterian College Blue Hose. Limestone Saints all set for Heat 2 of the Acro portion of tonight's competition. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, that you can learn more about acrobatics and tumbling, the fast-growing collegiate sport for women, by visiting the NCATA.org. You'll find the 2023 meet schedule and results, information about the NCATA members, and links to the NCATA social media, as well as information about possibly becoming a coach, a student athlete, or an official in this exciting sport. Visit thencata.org today. And the Saints looking good right there, and another strong finish there for Limestone. Very consistent with their lifts, very clean. So we'll look at the replay as they're demonstrating all the things the officials are looking for. The strong body position on the top, stability from the base. Doing it all well. Nice balance, even. Pretty good synchronization right there. Limestone just continues to roll right along. Saints continue. I imagine that'll be another strong score. We'll see what the Blue Hose have here in Heat 2 of the Acro portion. Taking the mat for Presbyterian, we'll have Madeline Johnson, Maya Reyes, Morgan Todd, Maya Cunningham, Annie Blakely, Sierra Carter, Anna Ruiz, Abby Katz, and Amira Boyd. One more heat coming up here in the Acro portion of the competition. We'll see if the Blue Hose can maintain control, continuity, stability. Out on the mat. Flip right there, or turn, I guess I should call it. And that's a flip. Blue Hose feeling good so far. On top is Madeline Johnson and Annie Blakely. Nice balance, strong base, clean landing. And we'll see what they finish with right here. Spotter set, and a twist and a nice strong hold from the bases right there. Nice job by the Blue Hose in Heat 2. We'll take a quick look on the replay screen. Presbyterian trying to put on a impressive show for the home crowd tonight here at the Templeton Center. Nice job, Presbyterian. Strong finish right there. A little stumble maybe at the end, but overall, a solid performance from the Blue Hose in Heat 2. Heat 3 will be the 7-element heat. It'll be a group of 4 athletes out on the mat for either team. And the judges will be looking forward to points to score, execution for body position, stability from the base, maintaining balance, maintain control, continuity. All the things that the judges are keeping their eyes out for here in the Acro portion. Coming up after this, we'll have Heat 1 and Heat 2 of the pyramid, make that 3 heats of the pyramid coming up in just a few minutes. Then we'll get
7 elements.
to our halftime break, and we'll come back. We'll have the 3 heats of the toss as well as the tumbling and team events here at Presbyterian College. So the Saints out on the mat. Let's turn there. And let's see how they stick. Right here. See if the Saints, nice strong lift. Good balance. Limestone teammates cheering on the 3 athletes out on the mat. And feeling good about that. Nice job there by the Limestone Saints in the 7-element portion of the Acro competition. Yes, that's Genesis Carson, the top right there. Nice job, good balance there by the base Cameron King, just a sophomore, showing off her strength. Limestone feeling pretty good about everything they've put out so far tonight. We'll see if the Blue Hose can answer. Athletes taking the mat for Presbyterian will be Annie Blakely, Sierra Carter, Amira Boyd, and Robin Beeman.
Next, with a start value of 9.55, the Blue Hose. Number 9, Erica White.
Presbyterian.
Annie Blakely. Number 19, Sierra Carter.
Start
Number 20,
value
Amira Boyd. Number 28, Robin Beeman.
of 8.5, I believe, here. Excuse me, 9.55 start value for Presbyterian. Nice job right there by the Blue Hose, sticking the landing. Tough sequence right there. Blue Hose feeling good so far. And a strong finish there for Presbyterian College. So we'll step aside here for a moment as the judges are going to add up the scores in the Acro portion of tonight's competition. We'll come back on the other side. We'll try and get those scores to you. You're watching tonight's coverage of Acro and Tumbling on ESPN+. And welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen, as we come to you live from the Templeton Center here on the beautiful campus of Presbyterian College in Clinton, South Carolina. I am Alex Smith. Appreciate everybody tuning in for tonight's coverage of tonight's NCATA dual meet between the Limestone Saints and the Presbyterian College Blue Hose. At the end of the compulsory events, Limestone held a small lead. Limestone with 35.40 points at the end of the first portion of tonight's meet. Presbyterian 34.50, so less than a 1-point differential when the first round of scores came out. We'll see what we have right here after all 3 heats in the Acro portion.
Before we begin the pyramid, let's check the results of our Acro.
As we'll get the scores to you right now.
In Heat 1, Limestone 9.25, PC 8.30.
And you look right there on the bottom of your screen. The Saints have extended their lead a little bit. 27.50 for the Saints. 25.30 for PC.
That heat was for
So your
Limestone
total scores after 2
27.50,
rounds of scoring, Limestone
for PC
62.90
25.30. At this point in the competition,
and Presbyterian
Limestone has
College 59.80.
59.90 points. PC has
So
59.80.
still very close as we head to the pyramid portion of tonight's meet. In the pyramid event, teams will compete in 3 individual heats as they will build pyramids of 3 layers. Teams combine an entry, structure, and dismount to create a pyramid. Each heat has a different requirement. Inverted body position for the top, synchronized as well as open. Each heat may score up to a perfect 10 with a total combined score in this event up to 30 points. As Limestone out on the mat, it'll be Kat Coker, Cameron King, Avery Kepka, Susanna Balderstone, Savannah Venters, Haley Allen, Gabrielle Carter, and Janai Brown. And couldn't hold that one. Really the first misstep for the Saints so far. There's a level of difficulty there extremely high, and just couldn't quite get the execution on this. And this is what's so tough when you go 3 layers. You see your double base, your middle, and then your top. And trying to get a clean lift off that, very difficult. Something I'm sure they've nailed a million times, just couldn't quite get it done on that one. So the Saints falter a little bit. We'll see if Presbyterian College can take advantage with a clean pyramid here in Heat 1, out on the mat, or at least coming to the mat for Presbyterian, will be Caroline Holter, Myra Boyd, Delara McClana, Sierra Carter, Abby Katz, and Anna Ruiz. We've got 3 heats in the pyramid portion as well. See what the Blue Hose can do here. Try and respond. And Limestone may have opened a window for Presbyterian to make up some points on the scoreboard. Again, in the pyramid events, it's a 45-second time limit. 3 levels of the pyramid. The difficulty comes from the combination of the entry, the structure, as well as the dismount. The officials will be looking for stability of the structure, a hold by the top for 3 seconds, which is where Limestone faltered, and a smooth dismount that ends with either a catch or a clean landing.
Next, the start value is 9.8, Presbyterian.
And there the Blue Hose out on the mat. Looks like a solid base. Fairly clean there. Getting the top all the way up. We'll see what the hold looks like. And they get it. A little wobbly, but they get it. And a nice job by the Blue Hose there. And the first heat in the pyramid portion. I think most likely goes to the Blue Hose. You look here on the replay screen. Presbyterian trying to knock off the number 6 team in the country. Just look at the strength of those women on the bottom. What a strong base. There you see a little movement in the arms. It wasn't clean for a full 3 seconds, but it most certainly was a hold for a full 3 seconds, and the Blue Hose really excited after that one. So We'll head to Heat 2. And on the mat for Limestone, we will have, well, just about everybody on their roster. Riley Rossman, Casey Kier, Breanne Popejoy, Susanna Venters, Morgan Bramble, Anna Waring, Michaela Noser, Alex Long, Susanna Balderstone, Ariel Beat, Genesis Carson, Amanda Gary, Gabrielle Carter, Janai Brown, Cameron King, Haley Fox, Haley Allen, Destiny McDonald, Sam Mursky, and Avery Kepke. So Limestone, several athletes will be out here in Heat 2.
Synchronized pyramid. Up first with a start value of 10 points.
We'll see what the level of difficulty the Saints go with on this one. Probably want to make up some ground after a small misstep on the execution in Heat 1. And see, I wasn't joking when I said nearly the entire team. Just 3 athletes left on the sideline for the Saints here in Heat 2. Clean start. Nice lift. Timing on that exceptional. Clean fall, nice catch. And Limestone with a clean set right there by the Saints. Take another look at it on the replay. They were really buttoned up really from start to finish on this one. Well done by the visiting Saints. See the timing on the fall, very nice, even in slow motion. They're very happy with that sequence. So we'll see what Presbyterian can do in Heat 2 here of the pyramid portion. To take the mat for the Blue Hose, it'll be Ashlyn Getway, Maya Cunningham, Sierra Carter, Kat Iacobelli, Amira Boyd, Morgan Todd, Shayla Snow, Robin Beeman, Delara McLena, and Maya Reyes. 6 seniors on the mat for Presbyterian here in Heat 2. Got the 2 groups ready to go. Set the base. Well, here comes the 3rd layer. Well done. Nice timing, strong hold, and a clean landing for Presbyterian. And the home crowd loves what they see right there. We'll take another look at this. The Blue Hose. A nice job right here in Heat 2. Strong base, 2nd level, and the 3rd level. And there you see the hold, just the strength and the balance of these young women. Really impressive. Athleticism we've seen out here tonight already. You see why it's a battle of 2 teams in the top 20 of the country in acrobatics and tumbling. So Heat 3 coming up here in the pyramid portion. And for Heat 3 for the Limestone Saints, will be Casey Kier, Morgan Bramble, Savannah Venters, Alicia Lefkowitz, Janai Brown, Avery Kepke, Genesis Carson, and Cameron King. As the Saints take the mat. Looking for stability, hold at the top for 3 seconds, and a smooth dismount. Those are some of the keys of what the judges are looking for here as they tabulate the scores. Here we see Genesis Carson at the top. Boy, that looks like a strong pyramid. And a clean dismount. And the Saints all smiles as they come off the mat after that one. Strong showing right there for Limestone. Again, in Heat 1 of the Pyramid, they had a bit of a misstep. In Heat 2 and Heat 3, it feels like they just about nailed everything the judges could be looking for. And we'll see what Presbyterian College can do to answer. Presbyterian for Heat 3 will send out Morgan Todd, Shayla Snow, Amira Boyd, Robin Beeman, and Maya Reyes. At the end of the pyramid portion, we will have our halftime. And in the second half of tonight's coverage, we'll have all of the tumbling as well. We'll have the toss, the sink, tumbling duo, trio, quad, aerial, team event, and more coming your way on tonight's coverage of the NCATA dual meet between the Limestone Saints and the Presbyterian College Blue Hose. PC again sets the base. Let's see what the lift looks like. Pretty clean there. Again, the timing on point. And a clean 3-second hold. And the dismount looks good as well, and a nice job there by the Blue Hose in Heat 3. So we'll go ahead and hit a break. We'll come back with more coverage here tonight, live from Clinton, South Carolina. It's Presbyterian taking on Limestone in tonight's Acro and Tumbling meet. You're watching ESPN+. Highlights from the opening half as we have already got through the compulsory event. We saw the compulsory acro, the compulsory pyramid, compulsory toss, as well as the compulsory tumbling. Both teams got off to a good start tonight. As we finished with the compulsory, we got into the acro and then to the pyramid. These teams are caught in a tight battle tonight. And if you want to learn more about acrobatics and tumbling, it is the fastest growing collegiate sport for women. You can visit thencata.org. Once you visit that website, you can find the 2023 meet schedule and results. You can find information about NCATA members. You can also find links to the NCATA social media, as well as information about becoming a coach, a student athlete, or an official for this exciting sport. For more information, visit thencata.org today. So that'll wrap up our highlights from the opening half, and we'll take a look at the scoreboard. At the end of the compulsory event, Limestone held a very slim lead by less than an entire point. And then they extended that lead after the acro, but the Blue Hose were able to trim it down with a strong showing in the pyramid portion. So at the end of the first three events, Limestone leading 88.95 to 87.70 for the Blue Hose. So we'll step aside for another break here in a moment. We'll come back. We'll have second half action. We'll get to the toss portion, as well as the tumbling and team events coming your way in just a few minutes. We're coming to you live from Clinton, South Carolina, right here on ESPN+. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we come to you live once again from the Templeton Center here in Clinton, South Carolina, as we have reached the second half of tonight's dual meet between the Limestone Saints and the Presbyterian College Blue Hose. Limestone clinging to a slim lead at the moment, currently leading by 1.25. 1.25 total point lead for the Saints. As up next, we head to the toss event. The Salto toss will have 3 different heats. It'll be the Salto heat, the synchronized heat, and the open heat here in the toss events. Each heat is awarded up to 10 possible points. Again, timing is important in this event. Keys to good execution include the height of the top when executing her skill, the extension of the top off the bases, and again before being caught. Nice job right there by the Saints. We'll take a look here at the replay as you see Brianne Pope-Joy, Kat Coker, Sam Mursky, Destiny McDonald, Janiyah Brown out on the mat. Nice extension, elevation, and a clean catch. Great execution right there by the Saints in Heat 1 of the toss. So we'll see what Presbyterian College draws up here for their opening heat. Again, you see there at the end in the catch, the top should maintain a hollow body position, which means nearly flat. And if the top's head or toes are much higher than her hips, the catch may be deducted, but it looked like that was a solid toss and catch by the Saints. So for Presbyterian, headed out onto the mat will be Madeline Johnson, Caroline Holter, Maya Cunningham, Kat Iacobelli, Myra Boyd, and Jaden Haley. Blue Hose. We'll see how they can execute. Again, you need a twist or a flip or both in the air before being caught. These are the details that the judges are looking for. And the Salto toss, and there is a nicely executed flip by the Blue Hose, and they're all smiles. They're excited about that one. We'll take a look at that again on the replay screen. Solid execution by the home team. See here the dip. Good elevation and a clean catch. Presbyterian feeling good about that one. So both teams done with the salto heat. The synchronized heat will be next. And in the synchronized heat, again up to 10 possible points, each team will send out 2 groups of up to 5 student athletes. And this is another one where timing is oh so important. Headed out on the mat for Limestone here in just a moment will be Riley Rossman, Haley Fox, Cameron King, Michaela Norzer, and Amanda Gary will be in one group. In the other group will be Kat Coker, Breanne Popejoy, Destiny McDonald, Sam Mursky, Janiyah Brown, and Acacia Johnson. Limestone trying to hang on to that slim lead. We'll see what the execution looks like here in the second heat of the toss event. Again, the timing, the height, you got to have a twist and or a flip from the top, and then you want a clean catch where they come down fairly level. And that was pretty fantastic, if I do say so myself. Saints trot off the mat. Very pleased with their effort and execution right there in the synchronized heat. We'll take a look at the replay screen. We can slow things down a little bit. Timing looks great right there. There you see the dip and the toss and the flip and the spin. And that's some pretty good timing right there. So Limestone feeling good about that in heat 2. Presbyterian College will be up next. 2 groups for Presbyterian to take the mat. It'll be Madeline Johnson, Caroline Holter, Maya Cunningham, Kat Iacobelli, and Amira Boyd in one group. Annie Blakely, Sierra Carter, Robin Beeman, Maya Reyes, Maddie Watkins, and Abby Katz in the second group. Again, Limestone entered the toss events with a 1.25 points lead. Presbyterian most certainly in striking distance. We'll see what they can do right here. We'll see how they can execute here at the top. We'll see if they do a flip, a twist, or both. Straight on backflip, but executed to near perfection right there by the Blue Hose. And I got a feeling this one is just over a 1-point score coming into this event, and I got to imagine it's going to be pretty close after this one here as you look on the replay screen. And when you slow that down, you can see how well they timed the toss, the catch, the flip. Well done by Presbyterian. So the final event in the toss will be the open heat, where each team can send out a group of up to 5 student athletes. For Limestone, it'll be Savannah Venters, Casey Kier, Anna Waring, Morgan Bramble, Genesis Carson, and Alicia Lefkowitz. Really only one misstep for Limestone so far today, and they have bounced back nicely. Nice set there. And a high toss and a clean catch. And the Saints feeling good about that as well. Look here on the replay screen. So look here, they set, they dip, twist, and a back flip, and a clean catch. So now Presbyterian will send out Morgan Todd, Sierra Carter, Robin Beeman, Maya Reyes, Maddie Watkins, and Ashlyn Getway. Following the conclusion of the toss event, we'll get into the tumbling portion of tonight's match. We'll have the duo, the trio, the quad, the aerial, and more, as well as the team event to wrap things up tonight. Scoreboard was close coming in to the 3 heats here in the toss event. And I got to imagine it's going to be pretty close by the time we're done in the toss event as well. Presbyterian now with their final heat of the toss portion. It'll be Morgan Todd, Sierra Carter, Robin Beeman, Maya Reyes, Maddie Watkins, and Ashlyn Getway once again. As they're all set. Clean lift. It's Morgan Todd on top, and a strong move and a clean catch. That should be a good score for the Blue Hose. So Presbyterian and Limestone in quite the battle here tonight. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll come back with more. We'll have scores and tumbling coming your way. You're watching tonight's coverage of Acro and Tumbling right here on ESPN+. And welcome back once again as we have got the scores in from the toss portion of tonight's coverage. And don't forget, if you want to learn more about acrobatics and tumbling, the fastest growing collegiate sport for women, you can visit the NCATA.org. As we take a look there at the scoreboard for Limestone, an even 27.00 total in the toss. For Presbyterian, a 25.45. So your total scores at the end of the toss event. Limestone with a 115.95. And for Presbyterian College, a 113.15. So the margin still sits at less than 3 total points as we move on into the tumbling portion. So as we head to the tumbling portion, first up will be the duo. Again, 10 possible points in each of the tumbling events. In the duo, 2 student athletes will execute identical synchronized tumbling. The tumbling events include both synchronized group tumbling as well as individual tumbling. The power generated for these athletes is from the student athlete. This is not a spring floor tonight. And up first for Limestone will be Genesis Carson and Acacia Johnson. Continuity of skills, acceleration, and the timing pretty good right there. A little stumble at the end, but overall a very solid effort from the Saints. We'll take another look there, Carson and Johnson. Strong timing. This is so difficult because you have to time your sprint leading up to it. As you tuck into your first roll, flip, and you want to land at the same time. Both of them a little step there at the end, but overall very impressive by the Saints. For the duo portion for Presbyterian, it will be Maddie Watkins and Jaden Haley, a pair of seniors out on the floor for the Blue Hose. Tight battle here in Clinton tonight. Again, tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Jersey Mike's Subs, a sub above. Also like to give thanks to Sunbelt Rentals. We have equipment for that. First Citizens Bank, forever first. And Hercules Tires reminding you to ride on our strength. For more information, visit HerculesTires.com. As the judges tally their numbers, and we're just about all set now for the tumbling duo for Presbyterian College. Again, no spring floor. All the power generated from these athletes, these young women. Very nice right there by the Blue Hose, and they are very excited about that, as is the home crowd. Clean pass. Good execution right there. Nice synchronization. Proper body position on the landing. Some of the things, some of the keys that the judges are looking for: bent knees, leg separation, controlled steps on the landing. Presbyterian did a fantastic job in all of those areas right there on the duo. So up next, it'll be the trio. Believe it or not, 3 athletes will be competing in the trio. And for Limestone, it'll be Casey Kier, Kat Coker, and Michaela Norzer. A freshman, and a sophomore out there for Limestone. So not only is this team uber talented and a top 10 team in the country, they have tons of underclassmen out there on the mat tonight. Just expect them to continue their upward trend.
First with a start value of 9.4 is Limestone.
So we'll see what the Saints do right here. So
Number 20, Kat Coker.
3 young women all set to go. Very nice right there. Controlled step there at the end. Timing was good. We'll take another look at that here in a moment. Limestone feeling good about what they just put out there here in the trio portion of the tumbling. See that first one there, all their hands hit the mat at the same time. The timing gets off just a touch towards the end. But overall, I think a very solid output right there for the Saints. So up next in the tumbling, Presbyterian College, as they will send out Maya Reyes, Robin Beeman, and Sierra Carter. A junior, a sophomore, and a senior out on the mat for the Blue Hose. It's been close throughout tonight's competition. Right now, Limestone with the lead with a total team score of 115.95. Presbyterian with a total team score of 113.15. So very close coming into the tumbling portion. We'll see if Presbyterian can cut into that lead or if the Saints can possibly extend it even farther. So the Blue Hose all set at the starting line. Fantastic. Good start. Nice acceleration. The timing was on point. We'll take another look at that here in a moment, but the Blue Hose very excited about that one. We'll look here on the replay screen as they get going, and again, look at the hand placement, how they all hit the mat at the same time, the leg separation, the bent knees, and then they stick the landing. That was a thing of beauty right there from the blue hose. So we've now finished the trio portion of the tumbling. Up next will be the quad. So each team will send 4 student athletes out to the mat. For the visiting Saints, it'll be Haley Fox, Katarina Wright, Breanne Popejoy, and Avery Kepke.
Number 13, Haley Fox. Number 6, Katarina Wright. Number 12, Breanne Popejoy. And number 33, Avery Kepke.
So the Saints are all set and ready to go here in the quad portion. Very nice. Nice acceleration. Shows the strength. Getting up off the mat and a strong finish right there for the Saints as we'll take another look at this on your screen. You see the timing. They want all 4 of their hands to hit it about the same time, so they were really tight. Nice job right there by the Saints. A little misstep maybe there at the end. But overall, a solid effort in the quad portion. So up next, it'll be Presbyterian to take the mat. It'll be Anna Ruiz, Kat Iacobelli, Annie Blakely, and Kylie Iwanaga. So 2 freshmen, a junior, and a senior competing in this event for the Blue Hose. We'll still have the tumbling portion. We'll have the aerial, the 6 element, and the open before we get to our team event. Presbyterian all set.
Anna Ruiz. 18, Kat Iacobelli. Number 3, Annie Blakely. Number 5, Kylie Iwanaga.
And a good start there for the Blue Hose. Nice execution. Timing may have been a slight bit off, but I think overall, solid effort right there for the home team. They're excited. As they'll build a tunnel and head on through, get some high fives and hugs as they head back towards the bench. So take a look here on the replay. See the couple on the left half of your screen, a little ahead of the 2 on the right. Solid output there for Presbyterian. So up next will be the aerial. Again, we're 10 points. It'll be an individual pass with just 1 student athlete competing. For Limestone in the aerial will be Acacia Johnson, the senior. She will be out there for the Saints. Appreciate everybody tuning in for tonight's coverage. Our Acro and tumbling meet between Limestone and Presbyterian College. She is all set to go. Johnson. Start from deep in the corner.
We will now head into the single athlete passes. First will be the
Johnson.
aerial pass. Up first for Limestone
All
is
by
student
herself
athlete
out there in the aerial.
9'5", Acacia Johnson.
And she is off. Starts with a front flip. Strong sequence right there. Nice pass. The coach is happy. Johnson's happy. Her teammates are happy. Very nice. We'll take another look at that here in a moment. As you look on your screen at the replay. Strong start, just straight on running front flip. The athleticism of these young women, unbelievable. Just really impressive. Again, this is not a spring floor. This is all coming from the strength of these young women. The balance, coordination, flexibility, all these things ever so important, especially here in the tumbling portion of tonight's competition. So Johnson feeling good. Presbyterian will look to answer. It'll be Maddie Watkins, the senior, to do the solo pass in the aerial portion of the tumbling for the home team. Both these teams looking for the win tonight, trying to move up those rankings. Limestone entered tonight's competition ranked number 6 in the country, Presbyterian number 14. And we'll see, Watkins will start from the middle, not the corner. And a very clean pass right there from the senior. Her coach is excited. And a strong showing right there from Watkins. We'll take another look at this. This is about as clean as it gets. Back flip, back handspring, and finishes with a twist. Well done right there for Watkins. So up next we'll have the 6th element. This again will be an individual pass, 6 elements only. For Limestone, it'll be the freshman Kat Coker to do the honors. Coker all set to go. In the 6th element pass.
The 50 in the tumbling event is the 6th element pass. Up for Limestone is number 20, Kat Coker.
Coker will start from the corner as well. Makes her way across. And she is quick and athletic. Small misstep at the end, but overall, fantastic effort right there by the freshman. Did a great job of letting her momentum carry her through the pass. She was absolutely moving. Backflip, backflip. She is excited. A nice job right there by Coker, the freshman. So PC and their 6th element will send out a senior, Sierra Carter, to do the honors for the Blue Hose. Everybody having a good time. Great crowd here at the Templeton Center tonight for tonight's competition. Again, for those of you watching at home that want to learn a little bit more about acrobatics and tumbling, you can check out the NCATA.org, where you can find the 2023 meet schedule and results. You can find information about the NCATA members. You can find links to the NCATA social media, as well as information about becoming a coach, a student athlete, or an official in this exciting sport. It is the fastest growing collegiate sport for women. For more information, visit thencata.org today. So Carter set to go for Presbyterian. takes off on a dead sprint. Well done by the senior. She's got to be proud with that. A really impressive pass right there. She gets going full head of steam. As soon as she hits that mat, she is off. Timing, clean landing, well done by the senior. Don't know that you can execute much better than that. And so one final event here in the tumbling portion, we'll have the open. It's an individual pass. There are no requirements, so this is kind of up to the individual athlete as well as their coach. To kind of lay it all out on the line. You can get as creative as you want here in the open portion of the tumbling. And for Limestone, it'll be another freshman, Casey Kier. Again, so many young athletes out on the mat for the Saints tonight. Waiting the judges to give us the okay to go ahead here in the open tumbling portion of tonight's event. Again, coming into the tumbling, Limestone clinging to a very slim lead. They had 115.95 points. Presbyterian with 113.15. So a 2.8 point differential. And now Kier is all set to go, the freshman. And she is off. And what an athletic pass by Kier. Not gonna lie, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think I could have ever done that. Take a look here on the replay screen. And this is what I mean in the open when you just let them go. Look at her showing off her athleticism here. Look how high she gets on that flip. Probably could have stuck a basketball player underneath her and she'd have just flipped right over them. What an impressive feat right there by the freshman. Great execution. She is happy. Her coach has got to be proud. Well done. Presbyterian will answer for the open tumbling portion for PC. It'll be Abby Katz, the sophomore, to take the mat. Still to come, we'll have the team event. Tally up the final scores tonight. Let's see which team comes out on top. Still very much up in the air. It is so close. Presbyterian still one more athlete to compete here in the tumbling portion. We'll have the team event. For Limestone, they'll have 24 team members compete in the team event. For Presbyterian, they will have 20 out on the mat. So here comes Katz. She'll start from the corner. High elevation there. And a strong job. Nice answer by Katz. So we'll take another look at this. She gets some good momentum and hits the mat flying. Look at the elevation there. And a clean finish on the landing. Nice job right there. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll have the team event and some score updates for you. You're watching ESPN Plus. as we have the scores coming in from the tumbling portion. Presbyterian with a 47.650. Limestone with a 53.450. And the Saints extend their lead a little bit. As now Limestone on top, 169.40 to 160.80 for Presbyterian.
Running total for the meet,
So we head to the final portion of tonight's competition, and it will be the team event. Both teams can get up to 110 possible points, so this one's still very much up in the air. Yes. Both teams are required to have 30 acro elements. 4 groups must synchronize a 3-element sequence. There must be 5 tosses. 3 must be synchronized. There must be 4 pyramids. 2 must be synchronized. 21 standing tumbling passes. 21 running tumbling passes, as well as a dance. Both teams have 2 minutes and 45 seconds to get their routine in. The routine contains required skills as well as optional skills. Execution deductions are the same in this event as well as previous events. Larger deductions are applied if an athlete falls or does not complete a skill. In the team event, officials are generally watching 1/3 of the mat, but following all tumbling passes that originate in their section of the mat. So each of the judges keeping an eye on 1/3 of the mat as the Saints take the mat first. 24 athletes out there. Nice job there by the Limestone Saints in the team event. So looking to hang on and come away with with a win here at Presbyterian College. The NCATA National Championships, it'll be the top 8 teams from the regular season to compete for the title. They're seeded by the NCATA Championship Committee, which utilizes the NCAA Championship selection process as a guide as we look at the replays. Why tonight's match is so important for Limestone, ranked number 6 right now. They would be in that top 8. Presbyterian trying to find their way up into the top 8. They currently sit at number 14, just outside of the national championship. So this should be a lot of fun as the season continues on. And Limestone, a great job there in the team event. The timing, the pyramid portion. All around athleticism, a little bit of a slip there on the catch, but overall, a very good effort from the Saints. So the Blue Hose will send 20 athletes out on the mat for their team event. And for anybody out there at home looking to be a possible student athlete and compete in acrobatics and tumbling, skills required, various gymnastics disciplines, artistic, acrobatic, power tumbling, trampoline, competitive cheerleading. A lot of these athletes have a competitive cheerleading background, divers, pole vaulters, as well as other multi-sport athletes. Let's get a look there at the crowd here in Clinton. Everybody excited for tonight's coverage. Again, you can visit the NCATA.org, the NCATA.org today to find out more information about acrobatics and tumbling. Get information about becoming a coach, a student athlete, or an official for the fastest growing women's sport in collegiate athletics. Blue Hose all set to take the mat. 2:45 is on the clock. Coach Kara Christian hoping for a strong finish to try and overcome the deficit here in the team event. Judges tabulate their scores, make sure everything's entered in there correctly on the computer, and then we'll have the Blue Hose team take the mat. Tonight's coverage of acrobatics and tumbling brought to you in part by Hercules Tires, where for over 65 years they've provided tires with an unbeatable quality at an unmatched value. For more information, visit HerculesTires.com for a retailer near you. Crowd's starting to get a little antsy here, waiting on Blue Hose to be able to take the mat. Presbyterian College Blue Hose. Let's go! eventually the Blue Hose will take the mat. Waiting the judges' official word to give everybody the go-ahead. Had a lot of fun here. And Clinton. Heading into this final event, Limestone with the lead 169.40 to 160.80. Let's see if the Blue Hose can put together something special here in the team event. Try and overcome that deficit. And we are underway. Routine by the Blue Hose in their team event. The judges will tally up the scores. We'll see who comes away with the win tonight. Limestone has not trailed at the end of the compulsory. They led by less than a point. At the end of the Acro, they led by about 3 points. At the end of the pyramid, their lead was trimmed a little bit, under 2 points. At the end of the toss, they led by just under 3 points. And at the end of the tumbling, they currently hold an 8.5 point lead. So we will see what the judges decide to do here with the team event. By the way, it has been a very interesting competition here at the Templeton Center tonight on campus here at Presbyterian College. Our team should be proud of their effort tonight as we'll take a look at some replays here from the team event. Blue hose. Nice timing. The lifts, the tosses, the landings. Very solid for Presbyterian. Just look at that strength, the balance right there. Presbyterian with a strong finish in the team event. See if it's enough to overcome the deficit here against the Limestone Saints. As the judges continue to add up our final scores. There you look there at the finish for Presbyterian. So we'll step aside. We'll come back on the other side. We'll have the final tally for you. You've been watching tonight's coverage of Acrobatics and Tumbling on ESPN+. And welcome back, everybody, as we await the final scores here at the Templeton Center. Limestone Saints and the Presbyterian College Blue Hose left it all out on the mat. Limestone entered the team event with the lead. We'll see if they did enough to hang on. As we await the announcement of the final tally. Limestone, the number 6 team in the country, trying to find their way into the national championship tournament. Presbyterian, if they could find a way to get the comeback win tonight, could find themselves moving up the rankings with a chance at the tournament as well.
Limestone scored 88.69 points.
So an 88.69 for Limestone, 86.86 for Presbyterian. 258.09 for Limestone, 247.66 for Presbyterian. So Limestone hangs on for the victory tonight as the teams shake hands, and that will do it for us. The Saints come in and get a win. They will remain in the running for the national championship tournament. Presbyterian comes up just short. For everybody back in the production truck and everyone at home, I appreciate you tuning in for tonight's coverage of Acrobatics and Tumbling here on ESPN+. I'm Alex Smith. I hope everyone has a great weekend. We will see you next time right here in Clinton, South Carolina.